3 starts this year for Lee, 3 wins, pitching to an ERA of .75.
Nasty.
And brings a wide variety of pitches, but it's that fastball still that gives hitters so many problems. How come?
Well, one of the big reasons is because he can spot it. Everybody knows about that. He can spot any part of the quadrant. That's what makes him so special. But also the timing of the hitter is really what takes him to the other level. And let's take a look right here at him against Mark Teixeira in the ALCS, where you see where he stops at the top, which will freeze it right there. But then at the bottom, look at Mark Teixeira's foot right there. He has yet to start his motion. By the time he has the release point, which is up above, Mark Teixeira is now starting to go back, and it just isn't enough time because he'll throw that two-seamer away. Again, now let's take a look here at Alex Rodriguez. Same thing. You start at the top, high leg kick, and then from that point where Alex Rodriguez's foot is there to the short arm of Cliff Lee and the release point, this is a cutter right here, and he just doesn't have enough time to get his foot down and react to it. And that's why it isn't just his fastball that gives guys trouble. It's his breaking ball, also his changeup. He has that special angle where he doesn't have to extend his arm all the way. He can just go short arm straight to the point, less than 1 second from point A to point B, and that's what really keeps hitters off balance.
Again, devastating. He really changes the way the other team really approaches the series, and in your mind, maybe he should change the way the Giants, Bruce Bochy, approach this series with his starting pitching. What would you change?
Oh, no doubt. A lot of people were talking about offense, what would Bochy do, but I go to the pitching part. I think, okay, you do have Lincecum, which has that 1.93 ERA. You're starting and matching him up against probably the most unhittable pitcher in baseball right now, which is Cliff Lee. Why not just lose the battle, win the war, and go this way and go this route? This is what I would project.
This is what you want.
This is what I would project. I'd throw Jonathan Sanchez. He threw really well in September. This guy was the guy that carried them, and he throws really well against ace pitchers. So I'd go him in game 1. Then I'd go Lincecum game 2, game 3 Kane, and game 4 Bumgarner. That way, Sanchez would face Lee. If he does do well, if Lee does bomb on this one, Sanchez can give you a good 6-7 innings, give it to the bullpen, and now you have game 1-1, and the rest would be history, and then I would pick the San Francisco Giants to win the World Series and be the favorite in 7 games. But instead, I'm going with Texas in 5 because I think the Lincecum Lee, I think I'll give it to Lee. I'll give it to Lee instead of Lincecum.
I mean, and you're really, you're splitting the smallest of hairs right there. And with all due respect to Colby Lewis, Cliff Lee is the game changer for that team.
No doubt.
Fascinating.